Welcome back, everyone. Today, we dive deep into the twists and turns of Jhanak, the emotional roller coaster that's keeping Starlife viewers hooked every single day. From shocking betrayals and emotional breakdowns to powerful confrontations and desperate rescues. This week's episodes are nothing short of intense. If you've missed any moment or just want to relive the drama, don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's break down everything that happened from July 1st to July 15th, 2025. Get ready, because Jhanak is about to hit you right in the heart. Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. Shabu finally decides to make things right and walks up to Lalan with the money he owes, expecting the matter to end there. But instead of gratitude, he's met with anger and tension as the colony residents step in, demanding more than just repayment. They want him to admit his mistake publicly and accept responsibility for the mess he created. The atmosphere gets heavier as eyes fall on Shabu, and he hesitates, his pride clashing with the pressure to come clean. Meanwhile, miles away from the noise, Jhanak faces a terrifying ordeal. She finds herself trapped in a locked, unfamiliar room. The silence around her grows more haunting with each passing second, and panic begins to rise. She doesn't know who locked her in or why, and as she tries to scream for help, fear takes over, leaving her feeling helpless and alone. Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. The tension within the family explodes when Lalan's mother lashes out at Shabu, blaming him for every struggle they've faced. Her words cut deep as she recalls sacrifices made, opportunities lost, and the growing distance that Shabu's actions created in the household. Her pain and frustration are laid bare, forcing Shabu to confront the emotional wreckage he left behind. Meanwhile, Janek's fear turns to dread as the truth sets in. She hasn't just been accidentally locked in, she's been kidnapped. The unfamiliar surroundings, the eerie silence, and the lack of any clue about who's behind this make her feel utterly hopeless. With no way to escape or contact anyone, her mind spirals into worst-case scenarios as she waits in darkness, heart pounding. Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. Janek's nightmare takes a darker turn when Brijbhushan enters the room and makes a chilling demand. He tells her to sign over her property if she ever wants to see freedom again. His words are calm but threatening, and Jhanak realizes just how dangerous her situation truly is. Trapped, alone, and now being used as leverage, she feels cornered with no one to trust. Meanwhile, back at home, Lalan's anger continues to grow. Unable to tolerate Shabu's presence, he decides to take legal action and contacts the police, pushing for Shabu's entire family to be thrown out of the house. The family feud spirals out of control as tension spreads like wildfire through every corner of the home. Friday, July 4th, 2025. Lalan lays down his terms with an iron fist. He tells Anirudh that while he's welcome to stay, Shabu must earn his way back by changing completely. Lalan makes it clear that second chances don't come cheap. Meanwhile, in a dark, locked house, Jhanak watches the goons carefully, waiting for the moment they drop their guard. As night falls and the men begin to snore, she quietly slips out, holding her breath as she creeps through unfamiliar corridors. Just when she thinks she's safe, the floor creaks and the men jolt awake. They spot her running and chase her through the night. Her heart races as she tries to escape again, but they eventually overpower her, dragging her back, bruised and terrified, into captivity. Saturday, July 5th, 2025. Refusing to give up, Jhanak keeps her eyes open for a second chance, and she finally gets one. Using her wits, she manages to slip away when the goons are distracted, bolting through dense trees and unfamiliar paths, driven by the sheer will to survive. Every step is a battle, every noise a threat, but she runs without stopping. Back in the city, Anirudh can't shake the worry in his heart. Desperate and overwhelmed, he turns to Aditya and pleads with him to help. His voice trembles as he says he doesn't care what it takes. He just wants Jhanak back, safe and alive. Sunday, July 6th, 2025. The emotional cracks in Anirudh's life begin to widen as he confronts Arshi over her bitter words toward Shabu. He tells her plainly that cruelty won't heal their problems, and in a moment of emotional clarity, asks her not to walk away from everything out of anger. Meanwhile, Lalan begins to reconsider things and takes a surprising step. He tells Shabu he can return home. The offer is cautious and filled with conditions, but marks a possible path toward reconciliation, though it's clear the journey won't be easy. Monday, July 7th, 2025. Lalan sets the terms clearly. Shabu can return to the house, but he will no longer be regarded as the owner. The announcement shocks everyone and shifts the power dynamic in the home dramatically. Shabu stands silently, aware that this is both a punishment and a test. Elsewhere, Vihaan wrestles with a secret he's tired of hiding: his marriage. Feeling cornered by family expectations, he turns to Jhanak with a bold request: to pretend to be his wife in front of everyone. Jhanak is stunned, but senses there's no easy way out of this complicated situation. Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. Lalan continues tightening control of the household. He assigns Tanuja full responsibility for the kitchen and warns that anyone who disobeys will be kicked out immediately. His words leave no room for argument, and the atmosphere in the house turns tense. Meanwhile, Jhanak, after much hesitation, agrees to Vihaan's plan. She knows pretending to be his wife could lead to a web of new lies, but with little choice, she puts on a brave face and prepares to step into a role that's far from reality. Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. With a firm tone, Lalan delegates all household duties, handing specific responsibilities to Tanuja and Bapasha's family. Everyone is expected to follow the new structure without complaint. He also insists Tanuja cook breakfast for the entire household, signaling that he's in full control now. The sudden pressure leaves many uncomfortable, especially those not used to following orders, and the once warm household begins to feel like a strict, disciplined regime. Thursday, July 10th, 2025. Vinayak, burdened by guilt and responsibility, tells Arshi and Shrishti that he can't stay silent any longer. It's his duty to find Jhanak. His eyes show determination as he promises not to stop searching until he brings her back. Meanwhile, Keki is caught off guard when she sees Vihaan after a long time. Memories flood her heart, and she becomes emotional, unable to hide the soft corner she still carries for him despite everything that's happened. Friday, July 11th, 2025. Vihaan's family welcomes him and Jhanak with warm smiles and open arms, fully convinced that they are truly husband and wife. The warmth is overwhelming, but for Jhanak, it's all part of the act. Still nervous and unsure, she accidentally slips up when talking about her siblings, causing Sejal to grow suspicious. Later, Jhanak asks Vihaan about Anirudh, wanting to know more about their bond. Vihaan explains that Anirudh is more than just a friend. He's like a brother, and reveals that he's even invited him to the upcoming baby ceremony, unknowingly setting the stage for a complicated reunion. Saturday, July 12th, 2025. Lalan calls Bapasha aside and gives her a strict warning. If she wants to live under his roof, she'll have to follow his rules without question. The ultimatum leaves Bapasha shaken but silent. Meanwhile, Jhanak has a heartfelt conversation with Prachi, who confides in her about how stressed she is regarding Priyangshi's schooling. She breaks down while explaining the pressure she's under to manage everything alone, and Jhanak listens quietly, her own burdens mirrored in Prachi's struggles. Sunday, July 13th, 2025. Vihaan approaches Anirudh with a hopeful tone, asking him to visit their native village and reconnect with his roots. He believes it will do Anirudh good, not just for family ties, but for emotional healing. Later, as the family bustles with daily chores, Keki's mood takes a sudden turn when Jhanak accidentally drops a container after hearing Anirudh's name. The sound rattles the room, and Keki lashes out in frustration, clearly revealing that her past still holds power over her emotions. Monday, July 14th, 2025. Despite Keki's sharp accusations and constant criticism, Jhanak continues to work quietly and with sincerity. That evening, when the family sits down for dinner and compliments the food, everyone is impressed by the taste and effort. The moment is small but powerful. Jhanak silently proves Keki wrong, earning a rare bit of peace and respect in a house that has constantly questioned her place. Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. Archie sees the pain still lingering in Anirudh's eyes and encourages him to keep looking for Jhanak, reminding him that some bonds are worth fighting for. Her words stir something in him as he silently agrees. Meanwhile, far away in the village, Jhanak tries to adjust to her new life. Faced with a ritual involving milking a cow, she quickly looks it up on her phone and gives it her best shot. Through trial and error, she completes the task, determined to earn respect and dignity, even in this unfamiliar world. And that brings us to the end of this emotional and power-packed journey from July 1st to 15th in Jhanak. From betrayals and heartbreaks to shocking revelations and desperate acts of survival. Every episode left us holding our breath. But with Jhanak stepping into a new world and Anirudh still searching for her, the real storm might just be beginning. What do you think will happen next? Will the truth come out, or will more secrets be buried? Let us know in the comments below.